I wanted more money, a better body, a better job, more respect. But I was constantly focused on results and ignoring the process, so I would swing between extreme motivation and burnout. I'd set goals, sprint toward them, crash, and quit. Then I discovered something that flipped the script. I realized that real, lasting change doesn't come from chasing results, it comes from building identity. Instead of saying, "I want to be successful," I asked, "What does a successful person do daily?" That one question changed everything, because suddenly, it wasn't about reaching a destination, it was about becoming someone new, and every small action was a vote for the identity I wanted to build, starting small and humble. I didn't suddenly start waking up at 5 a.m. and meditating for an hour while drinking green smoothies. In fact, my transformation started with just one habit: making my bed every morning. It sounds small, even silly, but that one action did two powerful things. It gave me a quick win first thing in the morning. It proved to me that I could follow through. From there, I added another small win: drinking water before coffee. Then, journaling one sentence a day. Then, 10 minutes of focused work without distraction. Small, consistent actions. No matter how I felt, because the truth is, it's not the big changes that create success. It's the boring, tiny ones done with relentless consistency. Discipline greater than motivation. Here's something I wish I had learned years ago. Motivation is a liar. It tells you to wait until you feel ready. It promises that tomorrow will be the day you finally change. And it disappears the moment things get hard. Discipline, on the other hand, doesn't care how you feel. It just shows up, rain or shine, excited or tired. And that's why discipline is the foundation of real success. I build my discipline like a muscle, not overnight, but rep by rep. Every time I chose discipline over comfort, waking up when I said I would, finishing what I started, I grew stronger. And slowly, the failure version of me began to fade. Learning to fail better, you can't succeed without failing. But most people misunderstand failure. They think it means they're broken. They think it means stop. But failure is simply data. It's feedback. When I started tracking my failures, not hiding from them, I began to notice patterns. I failed more when I was tired. I failed more when I skipped planning. I failed when I didn't set clear, specific goals. And most importantly, I realized that failing didn't make me a failure, quitting did. So I created a new rule for myself. I'm allowed to fail. I'm just not allowed to quit. Every failure became a stepping stone. Every stumble became a lesson. That mindset changed everything. Environment, the silent force. If you put a strong person in a toxic environment, they'll eventually break. But if you put an average person in an empowering environment, they'll rise. I had to make hard choices. I distanced myself from people who drained my energy or made me doubt myself. I started surrounding myself online and offline with people who inspired action, not excuses. I decluttered my digital life and followed accounts that made me feel less than. Started reading instead of scrolling, listening to podcasts instead of mindless noise. Your environment matters more than your willpower. So build one that supports you to become. Stacking wins and momentum. The turning point in my journey wasn't one big breakthrough. It was a stack of small wins, slowly building momentum. Wins like saying no to distractions, showing up on the days I didn't want to, celebrating progress, not perfection. Momentum is real. The more you keep a promise to yourself, the more confident you become. And confidence isn't just about believing, you earn it through action. Every action is a vote for the future you. And the more votes you cast, the harder it becomes to see yourself as a failure. From trying to becoming, there came a point where I stopped saying I'm trying to be successful, and I started saying, this is who I am. I wasn't faking it. I wasn't being arrogant. I had simply earned the right to believe it through the process. I no longer feared failure because I had survived it. I no longer chased motivation because I had discipline. I no longer doubted my worth because I had evidence of my growth. And that's what I want for you. Because the gap between who you are now and who you want to be, it's smaller than you think. It's one habit, one decision, one choice away. Here's how you can start today. Write down the version of you that you want to become. Be clear, be specific, not just successful, but what does that version of you do daily? Choose one small habit that aligns with that vision. Make it so simple. You can't fail. Start small. Show up daily. Track it. Celebrate it. Progress creates motivation. Momentum builds belief. Set up your environment for success. Remove distractions. Create reminders. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Expect failure, but don't fear it. When you fall, learn. Just get back up. You are not starting over, you're starting smarter. Success is not a straight line. It's messy. It's hard. It's slow. But it's possible. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do everything at once. You don't even have to believe 100% right now. You just have to begin. Because every successful person you admire, they started scared. They started unsure. They started by making one simple decision: to not stay where they were. So here's your moment. You are not stuck. You are not broken. And you're definitely not alone. You're just one choice away from a new direction. And if I could make that choice from a place of failure and self-doubt, so can you. Let today be the first of many wins, not because it'll be easy, but because it'll be worth it.